The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the June webinar covering Pensionmark's Financial Wellness Program. We appreciate all of you taking the time to join us today. This webinar is part of our monthly webinar series, and today we will be taking a look at Pensionmark's Financial Wellness Program, a comprehensive multi-point approach to financial wellness that offers tools and resources to help you make more informed decisions about your financial future. A few housekeeping items before we get started. First, please note that in order to ensure everyone has the ability to hear the information presented by our speaker, everyone will be on mute during the webinar. During the presentation, feel free to write in any questions you have using the Q&A link on the webinar menu. Then, at the end of the presentation, we will take some time to go through these. With that said, I'd like to introduce our speaker, Devyn Duex, Vice President of Client Relations at Pensionmark. In this role, Devyn manages the client service team and has traveled across the nation speaking to clients, participants, and industry professionals about various retirement plan topics. I would like to thank Devyn for joining us today. And with that said, Devyn, I'll now turn it over to you.
Thank you, Christine. And thank you, everybody, for joining us, as Christine said, to take a look at our financial wellness program. The financial wellness program is it's a result of decades of work that we've done through our firm. It's really a package of all the different educational tools that you have available to you. It's delivered through a reliable technology and partnered with personal support to really assist you in achieving a more successful retirement income. So what does that mean? And we're going to talk about that. The program really has a variety of tools and resources that will help you and guide you along toward a more secure financial future, really hoping to help illuminate some areas to get you thinking about not just the 401k plan necessarily or the retirement plan that you have with your organization, but other components to essentially provide a better stepping stone process for you along the way. The next half hour or so, we're going to go through a high-level kind of analysis of the different and illustration of the different tools that you have available to you. In the August webinar, the first tool that we're going to talk about, we're actually going to take a more in-depth look at that tool specifically. So I would encourage you to sign on for that August webinar if you want to learn more details about that tool as well, and any other tools for that matter. Feel free to reach out to us. So without further ado, let's get into the actual items that make up the financial wellness program. The first tool is our personal financial portal, and many of you probably have seen a recent announcement about this tool. It's our newest resource to you as a participant in the plan. We think it's extremely valuable. We've had a lot of people signing up to utilize it. It's really a unique tool. It offers you a simple and secure location where you can monitor all the components of your financial picture. It allows you really essentially to make more informed investment and lifestyle decisions because you've got everything in one place. What it does is it really allows you to link all of your accounts into one spot. It's a secure spot because what this site does is it actually doesn't store any of your data. So when you log on and create an account, you will have the ability to go in and link any accounts that you might have, such as retirement, 401ks, IRAs, etc. Any real estate holdings that you may have, insurances, bank accounts, credit cards, anything that really relates to your financial picture, you can include that in this one spot. When you go in and you actually input the information to link that account, what this site does is it doesn't save that data. What it does is it creates a live link that links and uploads that information into the site. And so when you put that data in for the first time, it uses what's called a scrub technology that will remove that data from the system. So essentially none of your data is sitting there on that site. So again, helping to increase the security of the site. There's a lot of other additional security that went into building the site, and we have a variety of videos, small short videos that talk about the security. So if you are wanting to do that due diligence for yourself before signing up, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to get that information to you. If you are interested in signing up, it's a very simple process to do so to get this going for yourself. And essentially you just need to send us your name, your email address that you want to use for the account, your birthday, and obviously the organization in which your plan is associated with. And you can send that to info@pensionmark.com. Once you send us that information, we will follow up with another email that has your username information. In a subsequent email, because obviously we want to keep the security as high as possible, you'll receive information for your temporary password to get into the account. Once you've done that, you can start linking your accounts. And this tool is really as powerful as the information you have in there. Once you have those accounts in there, what you can do is really start delving in deeper to your financial picture. It allows you to track your spending habits. So if you've linked your bank accounts or your credit cards, things like that, you can monitor your cash flow, create budgets, compare assets against your goals, things like that, to really, again, illuminate where are you spending that money that you spend your days earning, and is there a way that you can be more efficient in the use of your assets? Maybe there's ways to pare down certain things so you can move those into different areas. Again, just really trying to shed some light on that picture for you, and the more you have the ability to see that through this kind of tool, I think that you'll be well on your way to, again, making more informed decisions about your financial picture. You can also create cash flow reports, retirement reports, investments, and a lot more through the site. It's updated daily in real time, and again, as I mentioned, it does create a link. So there are occasions where if you link an account and the account, maybe the account itself that it's linked to has security, a lot of bank institutions have this kind of security where you might have a picture or something that you have to look at or enter when you go to that site. It may cause the link to not work because the security gets involved on the other site, and you may have to re-enter that login information just to create a new link. That's good news because, again, it just shows that the site has very high security. None of your data is stored in there, and again, it's creating that live link, which helps you to get that daily update on your information. You can monitor all the accounts in one spot, which is, again, very helpful. If you have a lot of different investment accounts, you can actually pull reports and see your investment picture looking at all of your accounts in one. So, again, what this does is really helps you to determine in each account how you're investing and is it working efficiently together. Because when you start to look at things as one account and then another account on its own, and everything on its own, you sometimes don't look at the sum of the parts and the efficiency of your plan. And so hopefully through this tool that will give you that power, that knowledge to make those decisions that, again, hopefully affect your plan moving forward, moving you towards a more positive result. The information that you put in, and I'm just going to jump off on this point really quickly, for us at Pensionmark, we are not able to see through this tool anything but your balance information. We will be able to utilize a tool in the program called a gap analysis, which I'll talk about in a second, but we don't have the ability to see your transactional information. That is something that as a participant you could turn on for us, but we don't have that ability. This is your account. It's really for you to utilize. We would have the ability to look at certain, again, run those certain projections around retirement planning. But besides that, just so you are aware, this tool is, again, really designed for you to help illuminate areas in which you can make some different decisions. If we're on site delivering a meeting, we can definitely look at this with you if you sign up for the program, and it will help us. It will really help us to answer a lot more questions around your retirement plan that we work on. Another thing that this personal financial portal has is a mobile access. So you can utilize it on your phone, on any smartphone, and it actually works really well. If you want more information on that, we'd be happy to send it out to you. And then there are a variety of workshops on spending and investing. I mentioned one, which I'll talk about in further detail in a minute, but the other workshops that you can look at are college savings. They have some very sophisticated tools in which you can plug in information and get an understanding of what that might look like if you're saving for college education for kids or grandkids. There's also a really great workshop about insurance, so you can actually plug in some information and get sort of direction on, Are you insured properly, and things like that. If you determine that you have other needs, just a reminder that we do have a wealth management department that can assist you with individual planning needs that you might have that are outside of the plan. Also, if you're getting closer to retiring and you're trying to figure out what to do with the assets that you've accumulated and you don't have a current advisor, again, remember Pensionmark does have a financial planning department that can assist you with that as well. So feel free to reach out to us if you have that interest at any time. The other item that you can do through the financial portal is you can track rewards such as frequent flyer miles, hotel rewards, credit card points, and you can get alerted before there's an expiration. So essentially, again, putting everything into one spot, all these financial items, so that you can have a better tracking on all of the different components. You can really see into your financial picture in a much more comprehensive way and really driving your result, hopefully, in a more positive direction. We found that through a lot of studies in our industry, individuals who have a better understanding of your financial picture tend to be happier, you tend to be less stressed, more productive in your life, because again, you have a lot of, at least an understanding and maybe more of a plan around what you're doing with your financial picture. So hopefully, if you're interested again in utilizing this, send us your information. As I mentioned earlier, we'd be happy to get you started on this, and hopefully you'll find this to be valuable as we do. The gap analysis, which I mentioned, is a tool that we'll be able to assist you with. This is something that our firm has access to utilize. Our call center is all trained on how to utilize this tool with you. All of our advisors who come on site and do meetings can assist you with this as well. Essentially what this is it helps to identify for you if you're on track to retire with all of your assets that are earmarked for retirement, not just your 401k or your 457 or your 403b or whatever the plan is you have under your organization. It does allow you to have instant change if you make some changes to the assumptions. So right now it's illustrating based on some assumptions that we used in our demo. But you can go in and you can actually change Social Security assumptions, so you can click it to be on or off. You can change your retirement age, which again may push your savings gap to be larger or smaller depending, your contribution amount, your average interest rate that you think you may receive over the course of the time you're in the program based on your investment strategy, and a lot of different other features. It automatically adjusts the analysis in real time, so it shows you, okay, if I were to decide I'm going to work a couple more years, in this example, most likely the gap will become smaller. If they decide in this analysis that Stephen is going to retire earlier, most likely the gap is going to get a little larger. So you can play around with the analysis to really, again, hopefully identify what you can do, and it goes one step further, and it actually makes suggestions for you as well. So that's really great, because if you're not really sure how to use it, maybe you didn't have a moment to call our office to get that personalized assistance on the phone, the program itself will actually give you some suggestions and ideas around things that you can do to hopefully move this, again, in a more positive direction for you. The next piece of our financial wellness program is our employee call center, and many of you have maybe utilized this already, but just as a reminder, we do have registered licensed specialists. We have bilingual representatives here in our office. Really, we are available 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to assist you with questions that you have about your plan, questions about retirement planning in general. If you sign up for this portal and you want to start running these gap analysis and maybe you want to do that frequently throughout your time, we can sit and talk about that. We can also assist you with the investments on your plan, you know, talk about your portfolio and asset allocation and give you some ideas around what might be appropriate for you based on some tools that we'll have you walk through, such as a risk questionnaire and things like that. So I would definitely encourage you, if you haven't utilized our call center, to jot down the number 888-201-5488 and keep in mind that we're here for you to, again, get that personalized assistance to hopefully, again, move your plan forward in a more positive direction. The next piece is our electronic campaigns. And again, many of you might have heard about these as we've come out and done meetings. You may have seen an announcement about these. But we believe that staying informed is really critical in the process of achieving a really successful retirement outcome and helping you get that retirement that you picture. And so we've designed a variety of different tools in what we call our Retirement Connect. And you can sign up for these on your own through just giving us an email address and letting us know which campaigns. Or you may already be receiving these through your organization. Some organizations are delivering these directly to you through work email. So I don't want to double up, but just know that if you do give us an email and you're already receiving it through your organization, our system is smart enough to know, and you should not receive double the communications. But if that does happen, you can always let us know, and we can remove you from one of the lists to make sure you're only receiving it once. Also, you can sign up for everything. Maybe you're not sure. I'm going to talk through each one, but maybe you're not sure which ones you're going to really find value in for you specifically. You can sign up for them, and each one has an opt-out. So if you find along the way that this is just becoming too much information, or maybe you're not finding value for your personal situation in any of these campaigns, you can always opt out from them individually. But again, we find that these have really helped to keep people informed. The first one we have is our Reinventing Retirement newsletter. This comes out on a quarterly basis. So on the quarter, every, so you've got January 1, April, July, and October. And so there's 4 a year. They're very, they're not extremely long newsletters. So usually one page, and you've got the front and the back. There's a variety of topics that will come out. We try to be very poignant to what's going on currently and things to think about. And again, hopefully get you just thinking about different things that have to do with retirement. The monthly educational webinars, which is exactly what this is today, we deliver one per month on different topics. We try to be very topical and, again, poignant to what's going on in our economy and in our marketplace today. We also try to talk about things that we find as we go out and do meetings and we hear information from you on site. What are people talking about? What are they interested in? And trying to deliver that information in an educational webinar. We've also done things on other topics related to financial wellness, not just related to a retirement plan. So we try to, again, really be a support through these webinars in all things that are financial wellness. If there is a topic that you're interested in for a webinar, I would encourage you to reach out to your HR and let them know. Also, I would encourage you to send in information to us at info@pensionmark.com. We definitely would be interested to hear what you are interested in having us talk about. This is really important to us, that we deliver information that you're really interested in. So again, we encourage you to have a voice. Send us that information. We design that schedule usually towards the third quarter or the fourth quarter of every year. So it's great throughout the year just to start getting that feedback. So as we start designing our year for the following 12 months, we know what you guys want to hear, and we can deliver that information to you. The Market Insight Outlook is exactly what it says. It's a market piece. It's a little bit longer. It goes into a little bit more detail about the market. Very good piece if you really like tracking that information. It's obviously great to know a little bit about the market, even if you're not a type of person that's designing your own portfolio. The more knowledge, the more empowerment you have around your financial wellness. So this would be a great piece. Again, you could sign up for it, see if it adds some value for you. There is another piece, the Guide to the Markets, which is a shorter piece. Actually, this piece is our presentation, so this is a little bit longer. The next piece after, which I'll talk about, is the shorter piece. But the Guide to the Markets goes into, it's more charts and graphs, it's more of the data. We actually utilize this piece when we come out and do education. So you've probably seen this presentation if you've had an advisor or representative from Pensionmark come out, talk about the market. If you're really into tracking the market and the economic indicators and the data that comes out, this is a great piece. Again, it is a more visual piece. It has a lot of charts, graphs, data. You could sign up for this. Again, you can pick which ones you like and which ones you find that are of value to you. So this last piece here is the weekly market recap, and that was the one I was mentioning earlier. This is a shorter piece on the market. I think this is a really great piece, really for any level of investor knowledge that you might be at in the point of your life right now. You're going to find some value in it through either the thought of the week, or maybe just looking at what's going on in the indices, the S&P 500. It's really just a high-level recap of what's going on, and it is a weekly deliverable, so you sort of get this dripped onto you week by week, and hopefully, again, just illuminating what's going on in the marketplace. We do utilize this in a lot of our education, so you may become familiar if you're receiving it, and it might start to make a little bit more connection for you as we come out and talk about these things. But that's a great piece, I think. If you are interested in having some market information, that may be a great starting point. And then our final piece is our call to action campaigns. These are off the quarters, so you've got the newsletter on the quarters. These fill in the gaps, so they come out on the months off the quarter. What these are really designed to do is to, again, get you thinking about just something you might need to consider for your account. Are you saving enough? You know, it's one thing to get in the plan and set a contribution rate. It's another to keep challenging yourself with that contribution rate and increasing over time, because one thing we can control as a participant in these plans is how much we contribute. And studies have shown, if we look back at the history of accounts, the more you save, the more ability you have to get a bigger balance over time, and coupled with your asset allocation approach. So it'll be things like, are you saving enough? Asset allocation, have you designed your account appropriately for you? Are you spread out among the different asset classes? Are you then diversified and taking advantage of different areas of the market that's appropriate for you based on your risk tolerance? So again, just really trying to get you to think about those things. And then it does include our information, so if you have questions or you do want to take action or get some support educationally, you can reach out to us and call us. As we move into the next section, we did a webinar on this last year. This is our online education center, and we spent a lot of time working on a new version of our education center. We're really excited about it because it's very robust. We think it has a lot of information in there to really, again, hopefully empower you. I'm going to walk through each of the different segments. If you want to have any more information about any of the different areas, feel free to reach out to us. But I think you're going to find this to be a really valuable source. We've got educational videos. So these are presentations that we've recorded. These aren't the webinars, the live webinars like today. It's actually on different topics like loans or asset allocation. They're short. So if you maybe are considering taking a loan, but you want to think about some considerations, and you just want to do this from home, maybe it's after our 7 o'clock where our call center is no longer open, you could pull up the website and just listen to this. This one is specifically 5 minutes, and get some information that hopefully will help you in that decision. We've also got all the webcasts, which are exactly what you're listening into right now. So we record them. We put these out onto our website. Following every webinar, we'll send out an announcement just saying, hey, thank you, so much for joining us. The webcast is now available on our website, and you can go ahead and listen to it there. So if you've missed any in the past, maybe something that you've been interested in, just know that it is going to be recorded, or anything in the future that maybe you're just not able to get onto. You have a meeting or something comes up where you're not able to carve out the time to be there live. We do record these, we put them on the website, and they're there for you to listen to and watch at any time. We've got articles on a variety of different topics. I think you'll find if you go into that resource center, there is probably an article about something that you've considered around retirement planning. So I hope you will take an opportunity and go in there. We can definitely point you into those areas if you have any questions. There's also a variety of financial calculators. This was something that we heard a lot of feedback and we've used as we've gone out on site. And people are interested, participants such as yourselves are interested in having a way that they can project or get some sort of estimation on, if I do this or if I save this much, how much is going to affect my paycheck, or if I do something around housing or Social Security or whatever the topic may be, some sort of calculator to give you an idea of what it actually would do numerically for you. So these calculators do just that. There's a variety of them. They range from things that have to do with your retirement benefit in your organization to things outside of that, such as the one you're looking at now, Social Security, and other things like purchasing a home, what that would look like for your loan payments, and so forth. So if you have any questions, again, please feel free to call us and ask us. We may direct you to one of these or use these with you on site, but these are very beneficial, again, to hopefully illuminate a question you might have and get you thinking in that direction. And then we have some quick tips. These are usually article-like pieces, but they're shorter, sometimes Q&A, things like that, things to think about, and that's all housed on our Resource Center as well. And then the final piece we have is our newsletters. So anything, if you haven't signed up for the newsletters and maybe you want to go back and just take a look and see what they are before you sign up, they're all there for you to view. They're in English and Spanish, and they're all there. The English and Spanish are separated out, so if you want to take a glance at those, they're all housed there and they stay there. We just keep all the history of all those newsletters there. The other piece of our educational or financial wellness is our educational seminars and one-on-one employee consultations. And this is something that you've probably participated in if you've been at your organization. We do a variety of different things with each organization. It's all customized, but most likely you've maybe had a webinar delivered by us. This would be customized directly for your company. We also do one-on-one education delivered on site. We do educational seminars. On this topic, what I would say is I would encourage you to talk to your HR if there's anything you want to hear about specifically. I mentioned that when we talked about our webinars, but this is also important just for your plan specifically. There might be something for your retirement plan at your organization that you've been curious about. It may not be just you that has this thought, so as we start to hear more people interested in, it gives us a great idea, or a great reason to come out on site and do that education for you. So I'd encourage you to, again, have a voice at your company. Let your HR know if you have an interest so that we can design that strategy for your organization based on what you want to hear as participants in that plan. We have a variety of personalized topics. They range from retirement plans to individual topics. And again, we want to be able to deliver information that's going to make an impact for you. Our final piece of our wellness program, which we're really excited about because this is a newer feature that we've been working with over the past couple years, is our social media. And what the social media does, and I'm sure a lot of you have different components that you're already signed up for, but it really helps you to get up-to-date information. We do push out plan news, event announcements, articles. We do a lot of outreach into communities, and we talk about those things. It's a great way if you wanted to send us information. So just staying connected in a more live environment through the different social media channels. So we've got Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/pensionmark, and you can like us on Facebook. So that's a great way to follow all the information that we may disseminate out. LinkedIn, so we've got that page there as well. You can go ahead and, if you already have an account, you can just look for us and get connected with us there. We've got Twitter, so we are active on Twitter, and you can follow us there by going to our page here. We have a Pensionmark INDV page for you to follow us. And then we've got YouTube, where we actually put all of our different webcasts and our, videos and things on YouTube, and you can look for us there as well. So stay connected and be a participant in that. Finally, I just want to leave you with our information. Again, all of the stuff that is inside the financial wellness program, I hope you can see we've spent a lot of time really trying to design a package that's going to benefit you, help get you thinking about your financial picture, hopefully move your goal forward in a more positive direction, and empower you to make those decisions for yourself. And then know that we're here. So we've got all these great tools, but know that we're here. You can reach us through info@pensionmark.com. You can call us at 888-201-5488. You can fax us if you want to do that as well. We do have a fax line. But the phone and the email is usually where we tend to see most of our conversations with you. And if you wanted to set up an appointment and come in and see us, we can also do that as well. So just know that we're here. We've got these great tools now. Again, the Personal Financial Portal is our brand new tool. We hope that you'll sign up and start utilizing that to get a really good holistic grasp on your financial picture. And we'd be happy to partner with you looking at those gap analysis and giving you some suggestions and thoughts around how to make some different decisions around your financial plan. So again, without going into any more specific details on the different areas, I wanted to turn it over so we can take some questions so I can see what people might be asking about.
Thank you, Devyn. That was all very helpful information. We'll now start addressing some of the questions that have been filtering in. And please remember that if you do have any questions, you can submit them using the Q&A tool on the webinar menu. As always, for any plan-specific questions, you can always reach out to your dedicated service team here at Pensionmark. And as we wait for questions to filter in, I'd like to take a minute, as Devyn mentioned, to let everyone know that you can stay up to date on the latest retirement plan news via Pensionmark's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. In addition, we will be posting the replay of this webinar on our website, as Devyn mentioned again, on the Investor Education Center, as well as our YouTube page within 10 business days. And with that said, we'll now move on to our first question regarding interlocking login steps on his account. So the question is, some of my accounts have interlocking login steps, and will the tool work with these features?
Yeah, we found almost all of the sites we can get connection to. So what I would say is if you sign up and you're finding that you're having a connection issue, to let us know. We've been able to reach out to eMoney is the organization that runs the tool. We've been able to work with them directly to get that connection working. We've only had, I think, 1 or 2 sites that we have not been able to based on their sophistication on their security side, but most of these have been able to be connected to. So I'd say if you are running into issues initially, just let us know and we can help you work through that.
Great. Thank you so much, Devyn. The next question, how many accounts can I link in the Personal Financial Portal?
I don't think there's a limit, which is great news. Yeah, I don't think we've run into that issue for anybody. You can essentially link as many as you have. So there isn't a limit in that sense for putting accounts into the portal.
Great. Thank you so much. And then the next question that we have, can I run reports in the Personal Financial Portal on my accounts in aggregate, meaning spending across all accounts?
Yes. Yeah, you should have the ability to run reports utilizing everything in aggregate. And again, if you get to those steps and you're finding you're having difficulty, we can definitely assist you with that. Again, as I mentioned, we won't have access to see the details, but we can definitely see the high-level stuff to assist you with those questions. And the webinar in August, we're going to go into more detail, but it sounds like you might have an interest to sign up now. So if you are going to sign up now, feel free to call in and we can walk you through some of those details by looking at the account with you at the same time, or even having you come in and walk through the website before the August webinar.
Great, thank you. Yeah, it looks like we're having a lot of questions on the Personal Financial Portal. So again, as Devyn mentioned, you can always sign up for that August webinar. Otherwise, you can always call into our call center or email us for more information. But the next question that we do have is, can I give access to the portal to my other advisors, for example, if you have a CPA?
I believe you can. I would have to look into that and get back to you on that question. So if we can just take the information of the person who asked that, or maybe we can just generally send that out to everybody, I'd be happy to follow up with that. I just want to make absolute certain of my answer before I give that to you, but I believe you can give access to other people.
Yeah, I think, yes, you definitely can. I know, at least for CPAs, we have a few advisors here who have been using that, and that's been really helpful, giving that to their other advisors. So, okay, let's see. The next question that's coming in, can I enroll in some of these wellness components directly with Pensionmark, or do I need to go through my employer?
Yeah, that's a great question, and you can actually sign up for all of these things directly yourself. The only one I had mentioned earlier that you may be receiving through your organization is our Retire Connect. The organization does have the ability to sign the plan up so that it's distributed to your work email. If you're finding you're not receiving those, most likely that hasn't happened yet, and so you're welcome to sign up for the Retire Connect directly. The personal financial portal you do need to sign up for directly. That isn't a plan level sign up. You have to individually request to receive access to the tool. So yes, absolutely. And then obviously the social media you have to sign up for yourself also, because you have to have your own page. So I would encourage you to utilize any of these tools and take initiative and sign up for them.
Great, thank you. Let's see, one more question. Are there any fees for any of these services?
Yeah, and that is the great news. All of this is part of our service to your organization and working on the plan, so there isn't any additional cost for these services. It's part of our service package as the advisor to the plan. So the personal financial portal, the Retire Connect, all of these things you have access to because we're already working on the plan. So that's the great news. And the personal financial portal, that was something that we took a lot of thought on, and we really wanted to roll that out to everybody, because that is a tool that you know, if you were to do that on your own some other way, you would most likely have to pay for something like that, and we really wanted to make sure that was part of our service package. So again, you have access to all these tools as we are the advisor to the plan that you work on. It looks like I just got clarification on the question around can you give access. And it is a yes, you can give access to a CPA or another advisor. So just to clarify that for everybody.
Great, thank you, Devyn. And we had a question, another question here coming in. It says, I read a press release today about an LPL worksite financial solutions, and I think you're an LPL advisor. Devyn, you can elaborate on that, but do you offer this program to participants?
Yes, actually, that we are an LPL affiliated firm, and we do have access to that tool. That is really a tool more on the as participants move out of a plan. So as you're moving into maybe you're separating from service, that workplace financial solutions tool is really something that you can put on a plan to answer that question and assist with that process. And that is actually something we're rolling out. It'll be coming out in the next couple months. You'll get more information. If you are a plan sponsor that's on the call right now, your relationship manager or advisor to the plan will be reaching out to talk to you more about that. And for any participants on the line, that will just be an additional service. Again, it hasn't started yet on any of the plans, but that'll be an additional service around helping assist you with your options when you do separate from service from an organization and what to do with your account. So more to come on that, I guess, is the best answer.
And I think in the essence of time, we'll finish up with this last question. And I think you went over this, Devyn, but just one more time. Can individuals sign up to receive the quarterly participant newsletter in Spanish, and does that come on the website?
Yeah, great question. You can definitely sign up to receive that directly. We would just need your email address and let us know that you wanted to receive the Retire Connect. And it does come in Spanish, the Retire Connect newsletter. It's also hosted on the website, so you have a variety of ways to access that information. I just want to thank everybody. I know that was our last question. Thank you for joining us. I hope you found this to be valuable. It's exciting to hear all of the questions because it just makes all the work that we did to get these tools out to you. It sounds like people are interested, and that's exciting to us. Again, we really hope you find value in illuminating your financial picture for yourself and getting you moving in the right direction. And again, just know that we're here. I know we're stopping the webinar today, just kind of hit our time. But if you have other questions, email them to us, call us. We are here as a resource, and we're very passionate about helping you with all those questions that you have. So thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Devyn. And that will conclude our question and answer period. If anyone has any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your dedicated service team here at Pensionmark. And again, as we mentioned, if you would like to hear more about the personal financial portal, we will be holding another webinar in August on that. So if you'd like more information on that, please sign up. And I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. And once again, Devyn, I would like to thank you for taking the time to present today. This now concludes the webinar. Thank you.